Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Zed. Today I'm going to be talking about 88 Energy, going with the OTC ticker as EEENF. It also has some listings on the ASX Market Exchange as 88E.AX and on the AIM Exchange as 88E.L. Now I'm going to be going through due diligence, a bit of technical analysis and what I think about this one. So without further ado, let's jump right into this one. So 88 Energy is an Alaska-focused oil exploration and appraisal company across 440,000 net acres of Alaskan, Central North Slope, and NPR-A regions with a diversified portfolio of 4 highly prospective projects area, Project Icewine, Yukon Leases, and Project Peregrine, and the Yumeit oil field. The company is the operator across all of its portfolio of world-class exploration and appraisal assets and recently completed the drilling of the Merlin 1 well at Project Peregrine in Q1 2021 and eagerly awaiting post-well testing results. Now, a quick overview of what they do can come through the presentation that they do have on their website. Now, this presentation itself comes in from a May 2021 update during their annual general meeting presentation. Now, they're able to show you a bunch of things, including as well some of the highlights in the last year or so, including 88E recommended takeover of XCD and a compulsory acquisition of XCD later off. Preferred bidder selected for Peregrine farm out 1.8 BBOE independent resource at Icewine, and Peregrine farm out executed. And then after that, Yumeit oil field purchase, spud off Merlin 1 well at Project Peregrine, and Merlin 1 drilling completed. And currently, from the presentation, it was hovering closer to around 2 cents and 4/10. Now, going on as well, you're able to see some of their operations, so including Project Icewine, they're 75% operator. Project Peregrine, you're looking into 50% in Yumeit unit, and Project Yukon, they're operating at 100%. Now, the other thing here, you're able to see a quick map relating towards these projects, mainly all in Alaska, I believe specifically Central Alaska. Nonetheless, you're able to see their exact pinpoint on here on the top of the map. Now, the oil search ASX November 2017, that costed them around $850 million in transactions. You're able to see as well different breakout throughs and where their lands itself actually lasts or sits at. You're able to see that southern of these all barrel explorations that have been done, that's where the land actually operates. And so the expectancies there is that there is a lot of gas or oil that would be able to be extracted from there. Now, Project Peregrine was actually acquired on Q2 2020, farmed out on Q4 2020, with a Q1 2021 Merlin 1 well was drilled, and also net mean prospective resource of 1.6 billion barrels. Project Icewine, which already acquired 2D and 3D seismic maps, drilled 2 unconventional wells and also drilled Charlie 1 conventional well condensate discovery, mean prospective reserves of around 1.77 billion barrels, and potential for Talitha 1 target extension onto Icewine East. Now, before that, you had Project Yukon, which had a perspective of around 90 MMBO, and you're looking into, by the way, that's net mean prospective resource, and advanced discussion with nearly or nearby owners to unlock acreage potential, expanded lease holdings with acquisition of Track 29 acreages, and the last one in development is Yumeit oil field, which was acquired in the first quarter of 2021 with 2P reserves at 94 MMBO, strategic acquisition, historic oil discovery in 1945 with more than 60 plus wells already drilled and potential for developments being accessed or assessed. Now, the current one here, Project Peregrine, which is a 50% operator, you're able to see that this was actually a takeover from XCD Energy in August 2020. The project area encompasses around 195,000 acre. Multiple independent drilling locations exist, the first of which was the Merlin 1, which was completed in the first quarter of 2021. The project Peregrine Nanshuk sequence continues north, where they are target of Conoco, Phillips, Harpoon, and Willow drilling programs, the latter which contains around 750 to 800 MMBOs recoverables. Now, Project Peregrine Merlin 1, the drilled on seismic amplitudes in the NPR-A, was actually around 5,267 feet on March 28, 2021. The well returned numerous shows over multiple intervals with Nanshuk FM, with fluorescein streaming cuts and petrofluorous odors observed. Operational issues with the logging units prevented fluid samples from being obtained in 2 sand packages with the strongest shows. Initial feedback from the PVT lab is encouraging in relation to fluids that were obtained from shallower intervals. 88 Energy currently undertakes a full suite of analysis on Merlin 1 samples and expect results over the coming weeks. Significant industry interest in the results of Merlin 1 well is actually present. Now the next one is Umiat Oil Field, which is 100% operated by 88 Energy. Now this one here is a historical oil discovery that was made in 1945 in shallow Brooklyn sandstone located immediately adjacent to southern boundary of Project Peregrine. The Umiat 23H well was flow tested at sustained rate of 200 barrels per day with no water in 2014 by Linux Energy, with a max rate of around 800 barrels of oil per day. Now, the final condition relating to the acquisition of Umiat was completed in Q2 2021 with the P&A of historical wells at the field. 88 Energy to undertake a full field review to determine at what oil price Umiat may be commercial as a standalone development and whether optimization of the previous development plan is possible. In combination with the Project Peregrine, Umiat has the potential to form a potentially large oil field development. Now, Project Icewine, which they operate 75% of that, has a potential of 1.77 billion BOE resource post Charlie 1 well. Now, they de-risked by 3 wells, Icewine 1, 2, and Charlie 1. The results at the nearby Talitha-A well are highly encouraging regionally for several formations that extended into Project Icewine. 88E to reassess the potential across the acreages as a result of the Talitha 1 well ahead of planned farm out, and Yukon leases, which also operate 100% capacity of that operation, existing historical oil discovery on the acreages in Yukon Gold 1, oil saturation interpreted across 2 intervals in multiple sands with tertiary canning FM, and mapped on modern 3D seismic. Yukon lease located in the close proximity to a newly commissioned PT Thompson infrastructure, opportunity to appraise and tie to existing facility, and negotiations underway to aggregate addition nearby discovery resources. 90 MMBO perspective resources means unrisked map on acreages net to 88E, and a cascade channelized band feature map undip off Yukon Gold 1. Now, in general, the outlook for 2021 and beyond includes Project Peregrine first testing results on sidewall cores, cutting and mud gas and fluid samples from Merlin 1 due June to July, and planning for a second well Harrier 1 or both optimized location to commence, planning for possible infill 2D or 3D seismic to expand upon current limited 2D seismic coverage. Now, for Project Icewine, the result at the nearby Talitha-A well are highly encouraging regionally for Kuparak, including across Project Icewine, and the 88 interval or internal geoscience team is to reassess the potential across the acreages, and also farms out acreage to fund Heavenly 1 appraisal well. Now, the Umiat oil field, you have 88E to undertake a full field review to determine at what oil price they will be able to be commercially sold at a standalone development, and any discovery at the Project Peregrine would contribute significant value to any development of the Umiat oil field, since Umiat oil field is actually the southern border of Project Icewine. Now, Yukon leases advance and finalize negotiations with nearby resources to increase the the actual acreages for development area, yada yada. Now, we're going to be taking a look as well into the latest news. We do have a couple of them. So for instance, Merlin 1 testing program update, geochemical analysis of fluid extracts from selected core samples definitely demonstrates the presence of hydrocarbons, again like petrol. Further quantitative screening on remaining samples to commence. And phase 2 of the sidewall core trim analysis to commence shortly, including a quantitative extraction. Now, the next thing as well is that they have also done a sale of tax credits and full repayment of debt. Agreement to sell 88 Energy Alaskan oil and gas tax credit for around $18.7 million, and proceeds to be applied toward full repayment of 88 Energy's total outstanding debt of $16.1 million, and 88 Energy to be debt-free with its cash holding increased by residual of $2.6 million. So there you have it. They're totally debt-free, and they do have additional $2.6 million in cash. Now, if you would like to see more contents like this, make sure to hit that like button down below, subscribe on the bottom right corner and turn notifications button on. And if you'd like to see more contents like this, make sure to join our Discord as well and join the discussion that is totally free. Now, let's move on now towards technical analysis. Now, on the technical analysis, things are starting to look more bullish than bearish. For instance, the price point is currently above the 200 SMA at 0.018. And the 10 SMA is climbing upwards closer towards the 30 EMA, which is a bullish thing. Now the 80X, which is an average directional index, is sitting at 1924. Above the 20 mark, that's where you start getting an actual confirmation of a positive trend. The bullion percent R shows that this one is not even overbought yet, but it's getting close towards there. The momentum is very bullish, and the histogram on the MACD continues to be bullish. Momentum, again, as I said, is sitting at the positive value. So overall, it's definitely looking bullish with another opportunity or another leg up for it to continue pushing forward. You get to see both stochastic fast and stochastic slow, both are pinpointing upwards, and the moving averages is expecting this one to trade at 0.019 at the top and at the bottom 0.016. Volumes have as well picked up in the last few days. Now, not as much as we seen back in April, but definitely very interesting in the last few days. And if we were to look into, let's say, supports and resistances, keep in mind that there is a very strong resistance at 0.0208, followed by 0.0226. The current support levels are sitting currently at 0.02 sharp. And then below there, you're looking down to around 0.0189. Below there, a very critical support sitting at the 0.018 sharp, and then a little bit downwards to 0.0165. Now, if we were to look into resistances, we need to look into a bigger interval back into, I would say, around 3-4 months ago. And there's a very critical resistance sitting at the 0.024. Above there is 0.025, and then going to 0.038, you start seeing massive jumps to 0.051 and upwards towards 0.071. Comes to the question to Ed, what do you think about this company? Now, they appear to be debt-free. They appear to as well have really good plans in terms of oil and explorations, expansions, etc. Now, my only concern is one, this is an OTC, so there's going to be a lot of volatility. 2, their historical price action wasn't as good, but again, they're also debt-free. Volumes can easily be manipulated by retail, so there might actually be a lot of volatility where you can actually trade this one, flip it in for a quick profit, but again, high risk, high rewards, so keep that in mind. Now, from my own perspective, I usually don't like to dabble in pinks or OTCs, but this one is debt-free. They have a lot of developments ahead. It can really explode easily, especially as a really attractive OTC with no debt. What do you think about this ticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day. Now, if you made it this far into the video, I do recommend that you go ahead and join our Discord server. There's a lot of amazing folks in here. We do a lot of discussions here into the trading floor throughout the day. A lot of people are in there, and we do ask questions. You can ask me any question you would like on there. We do post research and DDs, and we hold weekly chat sessions. And we also do have a lounge in there. So make sure to actually join that and join the fun there. Have a wonderful day and a good one.